11,240 pounds in Eagle 345 bunkhouse, bath and a half with direct bath entry door, outside kitchen, and holy crap, Batman, is this thing in good, clean condition. Coming back to us here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. We sold it to its one and only original owner. They took the family out, built some memories, took amazing care of this thing. It's in what I call time capsule condition, where it looks brand new. And basically, family, the kiddos, they grew up, moved on out, like kiddos are tend to do. And folks said, we just don't need this big old beauty anymore. Could you find a home for it for us? And we said we certainly could. And don't let the fact that we're selling this on consignment mess with your head. We still do everything at Haylet RV. Whether it's hitching pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, and everything in between. From top to bottom, inside and out, this thing is clean. You saw that nice big skylight up there. One of the things you didn't see was the air conditioner. This was the first year that Eagle started utilizing a quiet cooling air conditioning system. So when you do kick on that air conditioner, it just isn't going to roar like Katy Perry, like a lot of those things tend to do. You've got a Trifold sleeper sofa right there, but here's what I want to point out. It's like there's no scuffs on the cabinetry. You can see that the seating is not worn out. You can see that our soft goods are fabrics. They're not frayed. You don't see an imprint of someone's backside where they wore the cushions out. This is, again, what I call time capsule condition. It is in amazingly good shape. Now, one of the cool things is you got your private front bedroom, private rear bunk area, but you've also got this middle living room sleeper zone here, so you have 3 separated sleeping zones, which I think is kind of a cool thing. You've also got just awesome storage in here. And it all starts with full drawers under the dinette. And that's what's kind of cool here. You never have to like really dig too far to get to any of the storage. But then just the little details, like also including a handy drawer under the gas electric fridge freezer, so that you don't have to get on your hands and knees and crawl around. And then as you start looking around, you see, yeah, some of these cabinets are tall. You might need like a step stool to get to them, but they sure didn't waste any space, did they? They loaded this baby up, and how about that full kitchen wall backsplash? And it's not a wallpaper, that's an actual splashboard basically. Solid surface counters here in the kitchen, and you can see how all of our drawers are a plywood full extension, not a particle board with a sticker wrap, which isn't bad, but the idea behind Eagle is never to do the base amount. They're always an upscale kind of brand. Electric space heating fireplace. We'll come back to the entertainment in just a second, but back over here. So this is neat. This could be either a pantry, or you might notice those hanging hooks in the middle right there. Those are removable shelves. You could easily convert that into a extra storage space as well. And hey, why not? Let's take a look at that entertainment center now that we're done with all of our storage. I specifically wanted to hone in on the fact that it does have a good, easy viewing entertainment center. The TV at a glance is like going to be a 90-degree neck crank, but because it swings out, it is easy viewing. And that electric heating fireplace down below will take a lot of the nip out of the air without ever touching your propane reserves. Now back past that sliding privacy door into our rear bunk room, you see you've got that flip-up bunk above. And we had built this one with a sofa below, which allows for some extra drawer storage space. Not to mention, during the daytime, it gives the kids, or maybe even adult guests or whatever, a nice sort of second living area back here, so that you're not tripping over one another in the main living area the entire time. Although, of course, that sofa will fold down into an extra sleeper if need be. Bigger bunk over here, it's a little bit wider, which allows for this extra storage and entertainment space down below. And you see how the previous owners had this one all dressed out. They had every piece of entertainment possible. You'll also find a TV up in the bedroom as well. And that ladder there has extra storage shelves behind it too. It's easy to miss those back there. Now, one of the things that's interesting is the half bath is actually inside of the sliding privacy wall. So if somebody back here in the bunkhouse does need to get up, use the potty at night, they don't even have to leave the room. They don't have to interfere with anybody in that middle living area. So, if you're staying up late or anything like that, or, if you do have a guest sleeping on that hide-a-bed, nobody really ever kind of bumps into or interferes with anyone. And this door back here does have the same kind of deadbolt mechanism that our main entry door does, so your kids have the same security as everybody else in the RV. Plus, if, you're using the toilet during the day, it's nice that the kids don't come barging in on you, which is also one of those nice little detail things. Jayco does include locking doors on their bathrooms, which is something a lot of brands don't do. Jumping from the rear half bath to the upstairs master bathroom, this thing has a very large front master bath. You see how you've got that double vanity there? So, I mean, you could keep some toothbrushes and stuff back in the kids' half bath, but you've also got all the room, you know, for hair dryers and all the family's toothbrushes and toothpaste and all that stuff up here. Porcelain foot flush stool with plenty of legroom, and there's tons of floor space in here because this bathroom also has this absurdly large, easy walk-in shower. Not a big step-in travel trailer tub. One of the other cool parts about that is that it also has really good linen space built right into the bathroom. So you don't have to worry about like forgetting a towel and doing the naked streak through the RV, or you know, if the kids forget a towel. My daughter, every time she takes a shower, Dad, I forgot a towel. I'm like, well, you're a big girl, go get one. And she's like, oh, okay. But like, it's nice that she has this available right here if we were in this RV. Also up here in the bathroom, you got the bigger vent fan for some superior airflow, which this is an area that can definitely build up a lot of humidity, and that's a very welcome thing to find. But a neat little thing while we're looking up, every single air vent in this RV can open, close, and turn, so you can always fully control your AC system in this RV. Up in the master bedroom here, there are a couple key things I want to point out because so much of what we're seeing is still very current with like today's 2020 generation Eagles and fifth wheels. But you see that this is a queen floor plan. It is a queen only also. This is also built before mid-size fifth wheels, which I guess you'd technically call this, even though it's a pretty big girl, had tended to have washer-dryer prep, at least regularly. So this has all kinds of closet storage space, but this is not a washer-dryer prepped fifth wheel. You do have full storage below the bed, but you see you've also got a 4-tier dresser in big window across from the bed, and just like the living room and the bunkhouse, we've got full entertainment pretty much everywhere that they could put it in this one. And like I mentioned when we opened, it is just clean as a whistle. I need to look at my note sheet to see if this was maybe stored indoors, but I'd be shocked if it wasn't. This is in such good, clean, gleaming condition. And not only that, but it's obviously enjoyed regular care, maintenance, and upkeep. And just an easy sign of that is up here on the pin box. It looks like at some point there was a little level of surface corrosion, but the folks identified, arrested that, made sure that a little just pure unsightly surface corrosion didn't grow. So, you know, it's kind of, I call that stuff like RV skin cancer. They just didn't let it happen. This does have an automatic leveling system, so it is push button easy to get leveled out. And again, all of the windows are on this, or pardon me, the slides are on this side of the RV. So it's very park friendly. It's a very good fifth wheel that you could use like a park model if you have something like a campsite with a big deck built onto it. Large pass-through, you see that fully enclosed docking center. Eagles have been like seasonally insulated and rated for many, many years now, so that's not a concern I have here. They're actually some of the first in a mid-size fifth wheel class to do that. You see the original RBQ grill hanging out over there that'll go with that camp kitchen we'll see in a minute. This black box on the door, that is our auto leveling system, so the controls are very easy to access, but they also lock. So if there's a unsupervised camp child, which I swear every campsite has one, we'll just call him Little Jimmy, runs around, and any similarities to persons living or deceased are, you know, completely coincidental, but you know what I mean. You don't have to worry about them getting in there and messing with your expensive big mechanical things. And like I said, we are seasonally insulated, rated 0 to 100 degrees, all that good stuff. If you're going to do hot camp and cold camp and in between, Eagle's got what you need. The gleaming skin and the frameless window bundle give this thing just a lot of eye appeal. It's got a lot of good looks about it. It also has a 2-inch receiver hitch on the back, so if you want to lug along a bike rack or something like that, you don't have to worry about trying to bracket something onto a bumper or weld or reinforce anything. It's built from the factory to handle what you're looking for. Now that grill that we saw in the pass-through compartment will actually hook up to this bumper right here, and they do just a cool camp kitchen on this thing. And it could be kind of used a couple different ways. Like, I like that they have a real sink with a real drain, but they mount it as low as possible so that it can actually be used without having to like have your hands up by your face just to wash your hands. The larger outside fridge gives this thing a total of about 12 cubic foot of total cold storage. And you also have a cool microwave right outside, so you can really do a lot of cooking outdoors without generating a lot of heat inside. You might notice we also have TV hookups up here. They installed a little handy wire hanging rack to keep some extra spice rubs or whatever out here, but you could easily use that or remove that and put a TV out there. Again, this is a bath and a half model. That door next to the outside kitchen will take us to that half bath off the rear bunkhouse that we saw earlier. But between the half bath, the sink, and the outside fridge, it really cuts down on the reasons that people need to come in and out of the RV, and that will really drastically reduce the amount of dirt that gets tracked through the RV. In 2018, so only about 1 year ago calendar time, the tires were replaced and upgraded. These are sharp looking, and you can see this also rides on the same MORryde CRE 3000 rubber shock dampening suspension system that you find on a lot of luxury fifth wheels, and that's kind of the thing. That's really what Eagle's been about for the last few seasons. It's been easy to miss. The big features you find on like North Points, Pinnacles, Montanas, you find almost all of those on something more the size of a Cougar. That's kind of Eagle's DNA if you think of it that way. Neat little thing, I missed this actually, is this handy little easy stow drawer up top. It was the perfect place to keep a couple little odds and ends like a power drill, some wrenches, anything like that, or the little clips to keep the picnic table cloth on the table. Basically, it was just a really handy thing, and it was up out of the way, but unfortunately not enough people saw the value in it, so it's one of those things that just didn't stick around the industry for that awful long.